Good afternoon. Welcome to UXD in organizations or organizational behavior. Today's a 2-hour where I suggest that we spend time, and if we don't have to spend 2 hours, that's okay, but that we spend time talking about the project, the Roots project, and perhaps opportunity for people to give updates or opportunity for people to ask questions as well, or maybe bring attention to some items to us where we feel that everybody would benefit. That would be my recommendation for today. So I hope your morning was good, and I hope your day was good. Now, I've been teaching all day, and I've been having some internet issues. I don't know why, but sometimes I completely disappear, the voice disappear, my video disappear, and you can't hear anything. And then it comes back. So if this happened, then my apology, but it's been happening a bit. And there was also fire alarm being tested this morning, so it was a fun day, but I think the fire alarm is behind me at this point. It's over. Good. Are there any questions about values or company values or company culture from yesterday, and then that I can address?
I don't have a question about that, but I don't know if you can see what I entered in the chat, but I found another kind of usability issue on the website that I'd like to bring up.
Oh, okay. No, I don't see anything in the chat. I only see none from me so far. From Brett, this is all I see, but is there something you would like to share with us as well?
Yeah, so I was just trying to create some user flows for user testing.
Yeah.
Regarding the mobile site, and
Okay.
it was kind of touched on by you that you found in your heuristic evaluation, where in the checkout it told you the message about the product not being available in your selected store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is exactly what you found, but what I found is that at the beginning, before I even shopped around, I selected a store that was close to me.
Yes.
And I was scrolling through products. Most of them said it wasn't available at my selected store, but I found a product that was available at the store that I selected. I added it to my bag and I did the checkout process.
Yeah.
And I selected the in-store pickup, and it didn't save the store that I selected. So I had to re-put in my postal code to find the store that was near me that it said that it was at. And I put the distance in a radius from my location at 100 kilometers, and no stores popped up for the product being in stock, which is weird because the store that I selected is within like 10 kilometers of my location, and it said that it was in stock there, but when checking out, it said that there were no stores around me that had it in stock.
That's pretty bad. So yeah, so Thomas, what I would do is I would document it, and maybe at this stage what you could do is put it into the heuristic documents. So that Sumit is also helping and consolidating.
Which one is that? Because there's two.
Yes, and what I did a bit of cleanup yesterday. So let me just share my screen as well. So I may as well use this, but I would say let's talk about Roots today because I think everybody's going to benefit. Okay, so yesterday I made some updates to the project plan, but so this is all the folder view, like everybody is saying this folder view, and you all have let me just close this one. Then in user research, I created a subfolder because we had so many documents. So I created a folder, and if you guys want to change that, that's okay. But for heuristic evaluation, so we have a folder for SEO. I did some research for search engine optimization, and I found some very scary thing there too. Anybody who's bored and wants to go in and discover, like, you can read and learn about SEO. There's some scary elements. Heuristic evaluation, customer profile, competitive evaluation. So heuristic evaluation, I have a folder for screenshots because I've been taking screenshots as well as I've gone through my review, and I've putting them all in here. Anonymous submission. So I have put all of your submissions from last week's assignment. Thank you. I removed the names, but all heuristic you've done. But at this stage, there's no point to add anything in there. I would just go and submit. Correct me if you are completely in the opposite opinion, but heuristic evaluation combined. So Sumit has done her home, but the combined one is really where you could probably go in, Thomas, and then put your input to the combine is where so far I suggested that we just put that Sumit put everything that we found, and I've started documenting very high level what I have observed from all of your heuristic. But you can find a spot here, Thomas, to put your items. That
Okay,
is where.
sounds good.
Yeah, let me just place. I'm gonna put the paste a link in the chat so you can have access to it from here if you want. It'll be quicker. But yes, I suspect. So on that topic, very quickly, last week I've sent questions to Roots, and then I think you all have access to that document too. That document is available on, I think it's user research, and it's Yves Tops Analytics product questions. But really, I said Yves Tops Analytics. But this is the same. This is where I've asked questions, an analytics specific question to Roots, and then they provided answer last week. So they've answered based on Feb 20 to January 2021. So it's, and their fiscal year for them, a year ends in January 30th. So they're in a new year now. I asked them the top 3 products that are sold online and offline. Then they gave me the top products that are sold online. They only gave me the online ones. Top 5 landing pages. Top reasons why people chat, or top number customer complaint, item out of stock. See number 8. So maybe there is, and I'm not sharing this document. Hold on. Let me just share this document also with you. So perhaps, Thomas, maybe there's a bug they don't even know of. And this has happened at Rogers too. We were getting, conversion was terrible on Rogers Flow, and we found there was so many error messages happening, and there were bugs and things were broken, and they just did not know. Maybe something is broken on Roots, and you're just finding out the tip of the iceberg. Who knows? But their number top customer complaint, not web specific, just top customer complaint overall at Roots. Item out. Why? We don't know, but maybe there's something there. But when you look at the customer profile information they share with us, they talk about how Steve, one of the customers, hates when he shops or he goes to a store and things are out of stock. Why is someone even going to a store with items out of stock? Like the web should tell them, prevent someone from going to a store, unless you're just like casually browsing. I doubt it. Maybe there's something. So I would add it to your heuristic combined, Thomas, and I think we're going to find more of these. This is awesome. Maybe there's something really, really broken that Roots does not know and we don't know, but they're looking at us to surface this thing because I doubt someone has the time to do it, and we are a big team.
Yeah,
That's really good.
There was another, I guess, kind of issue with items being out of stock that I found. So the kind of like 2 kind of areas that I noticed. Like if you were to select a store, it tells you what items are not at that store, but is it only showing you items that are out of stock at that store, or all of their items, and they're just telling you, no, you can't find it here? That's like kind of one question.
Yes, and Thomas, I don't know if we can just pause here. I don't remember if it is you in your evaluation who talk about out of stock, and then the mindset of the store that I pick, and when we hear out of stock, is it just out of stock for all of the warehouse that Roots doesn't have, or is it just that it's not available at my store and then or online? And I think I've said, I don't know how users are actually thinking. I don't know what the mental model is this and what the expectation. It was you, right?
No, that wasn't me. I didn't touch upon that.
Someone
I just
else
found it out today.
Yeah, I think, I don't know that we have to answer it today, but I really think now that I know that it's number one complaint, and then online you see if something is out of stock or not. Now you've seen something, and now you're asking yourself too, like, what is out of stock? What does this mean? Is it out of stock to the store that I've picked, that I selected, or is this just out of stock in general at Roots?
Yeah.
And then what is the relationship with that with my curbside? So I think we need to maybe map out and understand what is out of stock, and how does Roots think of out of stock, what is out of stock at Roots, and then what is out of stock for one little bucket that we do a bit of research to better understand, knowing that it's the top #1 customer complaint. I think it's a good place to spend a bit more time to understand what do consumers think, and then what is root, and then are they aligned or they're going like this. I think maybe that's something. We don't have to agree, but I do think that knowing what I know is probably something we need to investigate. Maybe there's something really bad happening there.
Could I touch on just one more thing to kind of think about in what you just said?
Yes, definitely.
Also, with if an item on the website if the website is saying it's out of stock, again, like in the sense of like, what does that mean to a user? Like personally speaking, to me, I don't know if that means like, hey, are they out of stock forever? Are they going to like restock it? Are they going to, where are they going to restock it? And maybe when, and maybe if never.
Absolutely. We know it triggers a lot of questions, right? That they may know, Roots may know, but we don't know. So I think it's worth, maybe Thomas, maybe you want to take, I don't know, like what else, and I know you're busy, but when it comes to this specific project, maybe this is something you'll say, you know what, I'm gonna maybe find out and more. But I think we need to also ask Roots, what is out of stock, what happens? But yes, absolutely. Like, are we able to tell someone, yes, it's being reordered, and then even a timeline so that I don't keep coming? Or can I have an alert to tell me when an item is no longer out of stock? Maybe that's a feature that, you know, Roots could consider as well. So yes, but it's out of stock is as I think needs a bit of love and understanding of what it is, and also what consumer expect as well. Like, and maybe that's something we include in our survey. I don't know if Roop and the team is, but maybe we could explore what is out of stock. And but I don't think we can ask the question directly to consumer. Maybe we need to find a creative way to ask the consumer, and then we mimic something out of stock, and then we ask question. Does this mean you can go online? Does this mean you can go to? I don't know, but knowing it's the #1 customer complaint, maybe there's something broken. But that's no, very, very good, very, very valid. I'm actually concerned with that particular item, knowing that what I know. Okay, so yeah, so if you can add, Thomas, you're thinking your questions to the combined document, that would be awesome. Okay, so what else? When it comes to Roots, what are some of the questions, or is there anybody who wants to give an update on where they are with Roots? Or this is a good time. This is the time. We don't have to spend 2 hours, but I think it's worth spending a bit of time. Okay, so what I can do is I can share with you some of the answers that I got from them on my questions, which I think should probably help you to maybe prioritize some of the research, or maybe you found something relevant to the heuristic that you want to go further in that topic. But this document is available, and these were the top questions that I wanted to know from Roots. For me, why did I ask those questions? It should help us if we are doing a prototype, or if we're going to illustrate what that mobile experience is. We can use any of these to show how do we solve for them, or how is the consumer, if we want to show the experience, we want to illustrate a new mobile experience, maybe we're going to illustrate the new mobile experience for one of their top product, and maybe it's the original sweatpants. And it's a male and female, or a female, they're looking the sweatband, or the park plaid lounge pant. Or maybe what we do is we look at, how do I go about finding my sweatpants? How do I go about finding my park plaid lounge pants online? So we kind of like connecting what is, we know it's relevant or a priority for them. So these are the top product that they sell online. They sell online. So they sell the sweatpants, the park plaid lounge pants, the reusable face mask. Well, I think face mask is probably circumstantial. I would probably stick to original sweatpants and the park plaid, but those are their top products that they say that people are actually buying online. Then I asked them, what are your top 5 landing pages on your website when someone comes from a mobile device? So specifically for mobile device, but I don't know if it's the same with desktop. The top 5 mobile entry landing pages are homepage, category woman, sell, and then category sell, and then order tracking, and category woman, new arrivals. So they're saying these are the top pages that people actually visit when they come to us. Not surprising. Sales is not surprising. They probably have more women shopping, and then people come and they're doing order tracking. So this is kind of aligned with our user goals. So we're not like completely off. Then I asked them, typical user flow. What is the sequence of screen that people typically follow when they come to Roots? Maybe we'll say, in our prototype or illustration of what we want to show them, maybe we show that path. Homepage, woman sells sweatpants at the cart, for example. Maybe there'll be one for order tracking, because we know order tracking is something that people do, and we know that that maybe is a challenge, and there's some challenges. Then I asked them, what is the percentage of people when they come to your site, they actually, the first page that they see is the homepage, 55%. So that's important, and you're in year 3, you've done UX. That means 45% of people, when they come to the Roots website, they're not on a homepage, they're somewhere, they're on the inside page, and they need to understand quickly. If they don't know that this is even Roots, they don't even know Roots, they've never heard of Roots, and they're international, right? Their goal is to grow internationally. Do we do a good job on a mobile device to tell where they are, what they can do, what's next, what is around, and what Roots is about? We have to keep in mind that 45% of people will come to a page that is inside, deep inside, level 2, 3, or 4 of their architecture. So not everybody comes to the homepage. The journey for 45% of the people, their journey is not at all on the homepage. It's an inside page, and they probably came from Google, or they came from social media that directed them directly. So that is important to know. Not everybody will come and start to the homepage. Then ask them the top 5 reasons why people chat. I would say there's probably a likelihood that this is also the top 5 reasons why people are coming to Roots Canada in the first place. They have an order issue. They have something related to the order. Where is my order tab? Where is my order tracking? Where is my order? And I think I gave the return an item as one of the goals for heuristic, but I don't know about orders. I don't remember. How easy on mobile can we find orders as well? Order tracking, and then trouble checking out. They're having issues with checking out. Maybe one of the issues is what the issue that Thomas has seen. They're picking a store, they have a store, and then they're showing out of stock. Now they're trying to do pick up a store, pick up location, and they're getting all these messages. So trouble checking out is very large. It's hard to work with that item, but it's one. Item size and style out of stock. So out of stock is there again. Why? Why is this? What is happening there? When the product will be back in stock, here we go, Thomas. People are calling, people are chatting. When will something be available? So I think out of stock is a huge, if we even solve for out of stock for Roots, for this project, we would be stars. Okay? I don't know, I'm not saying this is it, but it's repeated. And then the top 3 reasons why people visit the website. Repeat purchase, good. So they've already, how do we facilitate repeat purchase? I don't think Roots does a good job. And I will share with you, but I don't think they do a good job. They don't know me. They don't know if I have bought an item. Can I just rebuy the item? Can they just say, hey, your item is out. You had it for 2 years. It's time for a new one. Click, one click, buy, boom, done. This doesn't exist. I think we would be stars there too. They want to explore the breadth of product styles. Maybe you want to explore, do they have something similar to what I already own? Well, do they even know what I own? Do they even know what I have? Are they showing me what is that new things to explore? You're left alone as a customer. If you read the profile, the customer profile, the customer talks about that. New Roots doesn't know me. Roots know nothing about me. I show up to the store, I have to repeat myself. And that has triggered a lot of ideas for me too on the customer profile document that you guys can also read too if you want. Then ask them the top traffic source. They say the top traffic order of volumes. other sites are Facebook, Instagram, Afterpay Blog, Toronto. They didn't give me any other traffic sources. I don't know how much visit they're getting from paid search, how much visit they're getting from emails, how much visit they're getting from direct traffic. That would be people typing in rootscanada.com and or from social general. They only give me the traffic source of social, but I would think it's a small percentage of every other traffic source. I don't know why it didn't give me all the traffic sources, to be honest with you. I don't know. But I hope they don't just have social traffic. Well, top customer complaint, item out of stock, the top 3 routes known pain point. So I said, give me your pain points, like tell me, like similar to the meeting. General checkout issue. So checkout issue is coming back again. The store navigation, ship to store or store hours in COVID. Okay, so I think here there's a bit of repeat, Thomas, to what we've seen. So ship to store and then out of stock, all of this. What is that? What does this mean? Gift card checkout. Then I asked them, give me your top 3 visited FAQs. Often, this is where people are really stuck when they go to FAQs, and it gives you a sense of what people are looking for that they're not able to find or why they can't. When will stores reopen? So that is COVID. I think this is very circumstantial. But maybe there's a quick thing to fix for this at this point. What is your return policy? Now that the stores are closed, we know return is hard to find. That information exists. Why are people going to FAQ? Because they can't find it. How can I get my item? What do they mean? I place a ship to store order. So, but why is that information not available online? And then the percentage of visitors who log in when they visit the site. So I wanted to know, because if you remember at our meeting, they said something about we want people to log in to create an account. We know that, we know who they are. Well, for those who have an account today, how many of them are actually even logging in? So in their peak month, they had 4.3 million visits in 1 month, of which there were, let's see, 620,000 people who logged in. So the last time that I did the math for this, so 621 divided by 440, less 14% of people log in. So that means 85% of people are anonymous. They don't know them. So you can't just count on account profiling to be able to profile, to show me my order, to show me relevant things. They need to have another tool. And I asked them, do you use Salesforce? Salesforce has a way to know a little bit about you, but they've said their customer data platform, CDP, they've set CDP at one of the main customer data platform. That means they're using a platform that is trying to do a little bit of this, so that I know that that looks like maybe like Thomas. I know because the customer data platform will actually pick some data, and maybe they can tell you IP and you email it in, and kind of they call it stitching. This looks like a Thomas, but we're not going to know until he really logs in if he has an account that we know. But 85% of the time, they don't know who's actually browsing their site. But there's technology that exists to do this. And I think we should probably design our scenario and our experiences of what a real mobile experience should be, saying you need a platform technology to be able to do this, so that you know who's driving and who's browsing without them logged in, because only 15% in your peak will actually do login. They need to have a solution for people that choose to browse anonymously, so that they can know a little bit about you as a person. So that's a small number. 15, 14% is not super high, but Air Canada Vacations, I think the percentage of people that will log in was less than 10%. But for retail, is 15% a good number or not? I don't know. This is where we would need to do some benchmark. But for them to hear that what the experience should be and what the consumer expect, I think is already a win, because I don't think they've done, no one has done that. So this information they provided, and I'm hoping it's going to maybe help you, your research questions, or us, the prototype, and to align and be focused on what's relevant to them. But out of stock, complain, order, confusion, I think there's something to do. There's something for us to do as a team. Are there any surprises about these findings that we heard from Roots? Okay, so the document is there and it's available under research. So and it says something about my questions or the questions that I have. But okay, so what else about roots? Can we? I know there's a journey mapping, customer journey mapping. We can do research and survey. And is there anything you want to share with us, or it's too early and you're gonna wait? But at some point, we said we probably need people to help us with distributing and doing something with the survey. Is there an update?
Sorry, so for this survey, we are currently working on it, and
Okay,
we'll most likely have our questions done by tomorrow. And I think
perfect.
we'll probably reach out on Slack and let everyone know when they're done
Good.
as well.
Awesome. So, is there if anything, of the questions or the answer that Roots have given to the questions that I had about top products, all of these complaints, if that is helping for even your research, feel free to use some of that too to guide you in your research, right?
Okay.
Perfect. So there'll be more to come for research. Stay tuned for the team. That's awesome. Okay, what else for Roots? Is there anything that the any teams wants to discuss? This week is the competitive feature analysis. So I noticed that not too many people have put their names next to the competitor analysis. So you have until I think Friday midnight to pick sites, put your name next to the site so that you can actually do your competitive review. It's not a heuristic review. It's a list of features. What do you see on these other sites that you think maybe moves for better? How do they do it out of stock? Maybe Thomas, maybe that's something you want to pay attention when you do stock. Is there something that they do particularly for out of stock? I've actually seen a site for my other class, one other class I teach. It's a music site, and then what they do, I'm going to pull it quickly. And you will see. I'm not saying this is how they should, but I think the fact that they've done that to me is an indicator that there's confusion. Let me share the site. Long and McQuaid music. I don't know if anybody has heard of this specific site, but I went to guitar. And let's say I'm shopping for a guitar and then I see a listing, I have actually filtered. I'm not saying this is how it's all done, but the fact that they have this, I think they've met, or the fact that they have this, it's a user, they've seen that user, or user have told them that they're interested to use as a user. Maybe you have something that you care about. Do you want to see all products in stock anywhere or in stock at your preferred store? Maybe this is how we start framing the conversation as well. Now, and but they have filter. I can say I want to see what is available online, or I want to see what's available anywhere. But you have to, at some point, you have to know where. But how does it matter anywhere, any store that I can do curbside? Like at the end of the day, and this is where I think user will tell us, if you're buying a Roots item and you're gonna buy online, then you know it's gonna be delivered to you. You don't care where it's coming from. And why should you care? The item should just come. Roots should know if an item is available in a warehouse or in the store. Why does the consumer care when you're doing online delivery at home? Where I think it really matters is if you're picking it up, but I don't necessarily have to pick it up at my store, and maybe I'm okay to drive. But I really think that it's two things. It's either available, Roots has item available somewhere for you, and Roots can choose to take it from the warehouse or take it from a store. It doesn't matter to the consumer. They just want to know, can I buy it? When is it coming home? Or I want to pick it up somewhere because I don't want to wait for delivery. But I probably most likely want to pick it up at my preferred store. Or if not, then tell me where it's available, I can go. But today Roots does a bad job at that. You have to try to pick a store and see if it's available. Pick a store and see if it's available. Pick another store to see if it's available. I haven't seen a way that I can see, give me the list of stores that have it. Plus, I've set an account and I have my store selected and I have to remind them every time. First of all, I have to log in every time. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but there are a lot of issues with Roots website that I think they need to fix before they actually think of making it prettier. But I have every time I have to log in, and then I have to give them my store, and they don't even show my store. I don't remember maybe which one I've set. But when I play with filters. I always have to pick a store by filters. Annoying. And then if it's out of stock, I have to then try another store. No, give me a list of store where it's available, and I can probably pick. I can maybe drive to there, but don't make me do the work. Just that little experience is a negative one. It's an annoying one. And there's many other examples like this that I feel that I have come across. So this is how there's room for maybe explore this further, and maybe this is all we're going to solve in this class. But I'm not saying this is it. But at least I think it's a big item where people are calling, right? Like it's their biggest reason that people are pissed. And Steve, one of the persona, is really annoyed with this situation too. He's mentioned it. Okay, so this is a heuristic, and then the competitive for this week. You all have access to the project folder. I made some updates to the project plan. So this month, probably February 17 or 18, we're very far in. It's coming fast at us. So at some point, we're going to need to step back and see what have we learned, what have we discovered. And I tried to do a little bit of this in my heuristic evaluation, the combined document. So I'm going to share it quickly with you. So I try to elevate myself because I think it's normal. We're going to find this in the user research too. We're going to get all the feedback. We need to kind of elevate ourselves and say, what are we finding? What are we? A lot of little things, but what is the thread? What are the big items? What's the big items? What are the big items when it comes to Roots? And I was lucky I could do this because I've seen all of heuristic evaluation. You've seen one piece. Thomas has seen one piece. Marcel has seen one piece. You all see one piece, but I saw all of the pieces. And I said, what is happening here? What are some of the big challenges that are the patterns? So I've done, this is a big research, and then I've taken all the research and trying to find some patterns. So I'm not going to read them all, but that was the intent with that particular document. So slowness, we've all experienced a very slow site, okay? So I'm not going to go in great detail, but I don't know what the speed is, and I don't know how fast it is, and I don't know what it should be, but I just know it should not. Speed is a big impact on experience, conversion, SEO, search, many, many things. From an SEO point of view, just so that you know, from search engine point of view, Roots Canada website is invisible to Google. Google knows Roots because Roots buy keywords. But from a search engine optimization, from content, keywords, Google is invisible. They have huge competition. People are Walmart's and I think Winners, Walmart's, they have a lot of competitor. And Winners doesn't know that Roots exists from a search engine optimization. Pretty bad, but you don't have to worry about this item at this point. But that means that people are not finding Roots. Unless you know Roots, people are not thinking of finding Roots online. So that is a bigger problem. They could have the best website, but people are not finding Roots, like hoodies, sweatpants, without putting Roots. No, but Google doesn't know that there's a Roots out there for those items. So I see chat is available, support is available throughout, which is pretty good. But surfacing, I think Roots site has a huge problem about surfacing the good things, the good options, the curbside, the booking an appointment, all these things. They've said that. This is why we do a competitive review. But what is Roots offering and how it is surfacing into the consumer? I don't think they do a very good job. And we've seen everybody has a bit of an item on it. My store, I've told you, I've been saving my store. I have to log in all the time, and they never know, and they never remember, and I have to mention it every time. Really annoying. Outdated messages. This week or last week, they had free delivery, but then the message is not carried over. There's the pickup. I cannot do curbside, but I still get a message on the shopping cart that says, well, which store, pick a store for your curbside. Well, it's not offered. Some messages are in red when they're actually positive messages. So there are a lot of these little items. Messaging needs to be fixed. We also seen the red button offer is really, really annoying. It's a small detail, but very annoying. But it's when you sum them up, all of these little things make it very, very annoying at the end as an experience. But a lot of it can be solved quickly. The bags, the shopping bag, we have to click twice on the shopping bag to be able to see it. And then mind you, the icon for shopping bag, I know some of you have hard feeling about it. The site does a poor job to remember me. The site doesn't know me. I feel like the Roots knows nothing about me. Even if I create an account, they actually have a very good screen that says all these things, but I don't even know how it's being used. Because first of all, I have to log in all the time. I have to give them my store all the time. And they keep pushing me women clothes when they know I'm a man. And I'm shopping for men. I'm searching for men. I'm searching for hoodies, but they give me women stuff. Nothing to do with me. I would love to see how they even deal with buying a product. When I buy a product, do they even know that I have a product waiting? I have an order. Are they showing me that order? They know no signs of remember me. Categories and subcategories have challenges as well. Leather has so many good items in there, but leather, who cares about the fabric? But I care about a bag. I care about a purse. All these things. It's hidden on the. And then the back navigation really takes you out every time to the beginning of it. So that's annoying. Showing me relevant content. So the fact that I have an account profile, I think does nothing. And consumer are not really happy with when we look at the profile, the personas. Adapting my experience. I think there's an opportunity to adapt the experience to know me, I'm logged in, I'm a first visitor, second visitor, I bought from you, I haven't bought from you, I return, I have an order waiting. I think all of these customers should have a different experience adapted to their journey where they are, but that is not happening. So show me my order, show me my tracking, show me where I can do return policy if you know you've already just sent me an item. Show me that link, the first link when I come for a number of days or something. Any questions about your item? Are you happy with your item? Adapt to me. Do you see how busy we could be by just doing this and showing this? Checkout has many items, many issues that you guys have all surfaced, so Summit will do a job to outline that. The product details disappear. When I'm in my cart and I go to payment, I can't even see which item I'm actually ordering. And shopping all linearly, they're actually going as far as they can, they're gonna come back. They have no wish list. At least their cart is being saved, but yesterday my cart completely disappeared on me. Now, on the account profiling, I actually got an email saying, hey, thank you for signing up for email, create an account. I already have an account. And that was after all the things that I've noticed. Not being saved, not remembering my options, showing me women, showing me kids, like, and then I get an email saying create an account profile and set your preferences. I say, guys, like, do you know me? Now, of course, I'm being all very, passionate about it with you with class, but this is not how this will be communicated to the customer, right? So this is us at the office. But when we talk to Roots, we're going to say the great things. It's great, great, great. But we just have to find a way to say all the scary things and scare them, but in a very nice way. So I allow myself to be very transparent with you on what I have found. But this is now it's going to be delivered to the to Roots, obviously. Visually, I think the site is appealing. So nothing has been like so bad about visually. Like, I think it's on brand. Yes, they can do better. There are things they can do, but the visual is not really where the pain is. When you think of what you know of Roots and what compared to other bigger items that we just mentioned. And then the returns policy and everything. So this is what I have seen as elevating myself, but I don't want you to think that we know it and this is it and there's nothing more. No, we have to continue because this is the only way that we are able to then eventually do this and say what is common across, what we think is probably the big thing that we have. And then we say mobile experience. I actually don't think it's a mobile experience. I think the question is more, it's a customer experience. What is the omni-channel experience? What is the experience that we should deliver? It's not just mobile. Mobile just happens that it's an area that they haven't really paid attention to, but I think the customer experience is broken. It's not just mobile specific. Out of stock has nothing to do with mobile. That Thomas has discovered. Not knowing me has nothing to do with mobile. A mobile app will not give you not to know me. The mobile app will not going to give you to adapt the experience. It's not a challenge. I think it's just delivering a good experience. There are frictions regardless of mobile or not. And maybe that's going to be what we're going to bring to them. They need to change this. It's not a mobile. It's not a platform. It's the customer journey and some of the experiences are broken, not connected, broken, regardless of if it's mobile or not mobile. But that is only me, my assessment. And you guys will do, and hopefully we'll be able to do this too. But it comes with a lot of experiences too, right? As well. But we needed every little thing that you've done so far to be able to see this. And that shows if we were just to listen to roots, we would just stick to usability of mobile. And actually, to heuristic evaluation, there isn't like a lot of huge, big items. There are some items, but they're not unique to mobile and online. I think the challenges are across. And that's probably what roots need to hear. And they're probably going to be happy with that as well. Okay, it's 3:08, and I feel like I've done a lot of talking, and I will stop here. So, are there any questions or any comments about anything that I have said? There's a lot of material in the folder. Please feel free to read these. Feel free to read my essay or even my little slide about findings. I have a lot of insights that have allowed me to come to this. It's doing my research, and hopefully you guys are starting to see that. So at this point, you guys can work on your assignment for this week, competitive review. We can stay here, or you can go on your off. On your own, you're off for the rest of the day. It's your time. Time to pick and choose. I can be here for questions too. Are there any reactions to what I have just shared with you? I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. Is this resonating with you in terms of what you have seen, what you found, what you're seeing, or this is completely all news and you're not really sure what it all means in the end? Everybody's very quiet, so I will take that you guys are busy and have a lot on your mind and you have a lot to think. So you go enjoy the rest of your afternoon. And if you need to talk to me between now and next week, then you can send me a course message. And good luck doing the competitive analysis as well. It will really, really help us to bring it and see other opportunities for roots. So every little piece matters, and thank you.